Hi, welcome to Recap Raccoon. In today's recap, we'll be looking at 2015's sci-fi action adventure film The Revenant. Watch out for the spoilers ahead. In late 1823, Hugh Glass guides Captain Andrew Henry's trappers through the territory of present-day Dakotas. While he and his half-pony son, Hawk, are hunting, the company's camp is attacked by a Arikara war party seeking to recover its chief's abducted daughter, Powaka. Many of the trappers are killed during the fight. While the rest of them escape onto a boat. Guided by Glass, the survivors travel on foot to Fort Kiowa because he believes that traveling downriver will make them vulnerable. After docking, the crew stashes the pelts near shore. While scouting game, Glass is mauled by a grizzly bear and left near death. Trapper John Fitzgerald, who is fearful of another Arikara attack, argues that the group must mercy kill Glass and keep moving. Henry agrees, but he is unable to pull the trigger. Instead, he offers money for someone to stay with Glass and bury him after he dies. When the only volunteers are Hawk and young Jim Bridger, Fitzgerald agrees to stay for the money to recoup his losses from the abandoned pelts. After the others leave, Fitzgerald attempts to smother Glass but is neutralized by Hawk. Fitzgerald, afraid that Hawk's loud reaction to his attempt to kill Glass could alert Bridger, who is away gathering water, stabs Hawk to death as Glass watches helplessly. The next morning, Fitzgerald convinces Bridger, who is unaware of Hawk's murder, that the Arikara are approaching and they must abandon Glass. Bridger protests at first, but ultimately he follows Fitzgerald after the latter leaves Glass half buried in a makeshift grave. Bridger leaves his canteen in which he engraved a spiral symbol with Glass. After they depart, Fitzgerald admits that he lied about the approaching Arikara. When Fitzgerald and Bridger later meet Henry at the fort, Fitzgerald tells Henry that Glass died and Hawk vanished. Bridger is complicit in the lie about Glass's death, although he knows nothing about Hawk's murder. Glass begins his arduous journey through the wilderness. He performs crude cauterization of his wounds and eludes the pursuing Arikara by jumping into the white water rapids. He later encounters Pawnee refugee Hickok, who says that revenge is in Creator's hands. The men share bison meat and travel together. As a storm approaches, Hickok constructs a makeshift sweat lodge for a feverish Glass to shelter in. After a hallucinogenic experience in the lodge, Glass emerges to discover that his wounds are healing, but Hickok has been hanged by French hunters. He infiltrates their camp and sees their leader raping Powaka. He frees her and kills several hunters and recovers Hickok's horse. The next morning, Glass is ambushed by the Arikara and driven over a cliff on his horse. He survives the stormy night by eviscerating the horse and sheltering inside its carcass. A frightened French survivor staggers into Fort Kiowa, and Bridger recognizes his spiral engraved canteen as Glass's. Believing that it might be a surviving Hawk, Henry organizes a search party. Fitzgerald, realizing that Glass is alive, empties the outpost's safe and flees. The search party finds the exhausted Glass. Furious, Henry orders the arrest of Bridger, but Glass vouches for Bridger by stating that he was not present when Fitzgerald murdered Hawk, was later deceived and threatened by a high-ranking Fitzgerald. Glass and Henry set out in pursuit of Fitzgerald. After the two split up, Fitzgerald ambushes, kills, and scalps Henry. Glass finds Henry's corpse and places it on a horse to act as a decoy and shoots Fitzgerald in the arm. He pursues Fitzgerald to a riverbank, where they engage in a brutal fight. Glass is about to kill Fitzgerald, but he spots a band of Arikara downstream. He remembers Hickok's words and pushes Fitzgerald downstream into the hands of Arikara. The elk dog kills and scalps Fitzgerald, and the Arikara, who have found Powaka, spare Glass. Glass retreats into the mountains where he is visited by the spirit of his wife and is heard breathing throughout the credits. That's it for today's recap. If you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I see you guys in the next recap. Till then, take care and peace.